New at 5, minors who are seeking an abortion without their parents' consent now have less choices available. A decision by a state appellate court stripped away some options.
Action News Jax state and local government reporter Jake Stofan learned that the ruling reverses protections state lawmakers implemented in 2020.
I was there in the state capitol when this bill was being debated, and at the time, even some Republican lawmakers saw the inclusion of the judicial waiver process as a make-it-or-break-it issue. Florida's parental consent law includes some exceptions that allow a minor to petition a judge to access an abortion without their parents' approval. Those exceptions include the minor proving they're sufficiently mature to make the decision, the court determining parental consent wouldn't be in the minor's best interest, or if the minor is the victim of child or sexual abuse inflicted by the parent or guardian. Now, those first two options are off the table. In a ruling issued by the 5th District Court of Appeal, a 3-judge panel determined the maturity and best interest standards violate the 14th Amendment rights of parents.
It's really devastating. We know that the majority of time, minors who are accessing abortion include their parents in that decision-making process.
Amber Gavin with the Woman's Choice Clinic argues the ruling will impact the state's most vulnerable youth.
This avenue was a last resort for minors who are not able to include their parents in this decision-making process for fear of retribution, like being kicked out of their homes.
And State Representative Anna Eskamani notes the judicial bypass was only used 130 times last year.
So it's a very small population.
She says even though this ruling only impacts Florida for now, it could end up having national implications.
It could go to the U.S. Supreme Court, and it could impact the judicial waiver process for everyone across the country.
And this ruling came after Florida Attorney General James Uthmeier inserted himself into a case involving a 17-year-old who was appealing a decision that rejected her petition for a judicial waiver. In a post on social media, Uthmeier called the ruling a, quote, major win protecting the rights of parents to prevent their underage children from undergoing dangerous abortions without parental consent. For local coverage you can count on downtown, I'm Jake Stofan, Action News Jax.